All right, hello honors chemistry. In this unit, we have been looking at chemical compounds, writing formulas, and determining their names. In the lab that we're going to do today, I want to show you, or want to have you guys use experimental data to determine the empirical formula. The compound that we're going to synthesize is magnesium oxide, and so I'm going to show you that reaction first before we start collecting data. So to make magnesium oxide, we need a Bunsen burner and a strip of magnesium. And I'm going to hold the magnesium in the flame so that the oxygen from the air attaches on to the magnesium. So that white substance on the lab table now is the magnesium oxide. So we need to do this experimentally and collect data so that we can determine the formula of magnesium oxide. To do that, we're going to run that same reaction in this container, which is called a crucible. Okay? The first step we're going to need to do is to get the mass of the crucible with the crucible lid. So I'm going to put that on my zeroed out balance. The mass of the crucible is 28.10 grams. Now I'm going to add a piece of magnesium ribbon to the crucible and get the mass again so that I will be able to determine the mass of just the magnesium that I burn in my reaction. So the mass of the magnesium and the crucible with the lid is 28.31 grams. I'm going to take the crucible, I'm going to put it in this clay triangle on a ring stand here and leave the lid a little bit off so that the oxygen can get in. Right, and we will light our Bunsen burner to cause that same reaction. Okay, so now our reaction is completed. As you can see inside the crucible, we've formed that white substance that is the magnesium oxide. And you can tell I'm holding the crucible, so we've given it time for it to cool down. The reason this is important is because if this crucible were to still be hot and we took the mass, the heat would cause convection currents in the crucible, which provides lift, which would result in a lower mass. Right? We don't want that to happen. So I can now take the mass of my crucible, lid, and magnesium oxide. I have a final mass of 28.43 grams. All right, and you can use that data now to calculate the mass of the magnesium, the mass of the oxygen, and then go through the process to determine the empirical formula of magnesium oxide experimentally.